I want to be this guy. It is honestly my dream to be this guy, hiking, carrying an inconvenient amount of camera gear, and taking a photo. Okay? Hey, my name is Sheel, and I went skiing with some friends in Lake Louise, Alberta, and by golly gee whiz, the mountains were crazy. I've only ever skied or snowboarded in Ontario, and if you've ever been around here, the mountains are just speed bumps. The ski lifts are magic carpets, and the snozberries taste like snozberries. The weekend we were there, the forecast was a cool high of negative 31 degrees Celsius without the wind, and colder at the summit. I was really scared to keep cameras with me because I've heard film gets brittle in really cold weather, but I can assure you, it was all totally fine. The shutter on my Olmypus Pen D3 got a little bit stuck on the third day. I was scared that there was some snow or water or something got in there, but it was okay. Everything's all right. But it did result in some overexposure and some blurry pictures, which kind of sucks. I was really hoping that some of these would turn out. But I think one benefited on this photo in particular. Something about this, I think it just makes it better. The motion, the pop, it's just really good. I like it. I noticed that it was like lagging on the shutter when I was taking the pictures, but crisis averted. In my backpack, I would have the cameras wrapped in 2 t-shirts and then put in my backpack in case I would fall, so there's no damage to the cameras, but also to like make sure that there's no instant fogging or anything that happens when you're leaving the hotel from hot to a cold. That also meant an annoying amount of time to take it out every time I needed to take a photo. I'd have to use my phone as a light meter too, because I crave inefficiency. So I would have to take off my bag, take off my gloves, phone, look, see if it's all right, take out the camera, unwrap it, picture, wrap it up, bag, and then keep on skiing. In my half-frame camera, I used some Fuji Superia 200, one of my favorite films, and I had my Yashica A with me as well, and I used Ilford XP2. I mentioned this in my last darkroom video, but I don't think Ilford XP2 is my film. I've linked the video down below, go watch that. I don't know, it's just not my thing. We'll see. If you've used it in the past, please let me know below. Let me know if I'm doing things right, what's good about it. Convince me to like this film. The photos absolutely slapped though. It was honestly hard to take a bad picture here. Mother Nature did all the lifting. Everything looks gorgeous. Fuji Superia, definitely my favorite film. And not now because Kodak just costs like $300 per roll, but I think just the colors, the saturation, the blues, the magentas, it's really nice. It's really good for outdoors, sunny, colorful, summery, vibrant photos. It's great. It's a good time. Okay, let's look at my top 5 images from the trip. No particular order, but we're gonna start with my favorite. This one. Love it. Look at this, okay? The colors, the blues. A little bit overexposed, sure, but the blues and the greens and the skiers. And look at the snow and haze coming off the tops of the mountains in the back. Whoo! If this ain't fire, I don't know what is. This is snow though. I love it. I think this is great. This is it gives it that like old magazine vintagey type of vibe I was going for. It's great. This one's really good. Next one. This. Again, the blues. It's the same day. It's probably like 10 minutes later. The blues. Insane. The haze and snow off the top of the mountain in the background. I had to wait for the cable car to come. I had to wait a couple minutes for the gondola to come up. And I was trying to see through my viewfinder to see what the best sort of position of the gondola would be. I decided on this one. Got lucky that there were no other skiers coming down. And I think it's great. I think it's super cool. It's a great image. That is a great image. As a diptych, very cool as well. I like the 2, one at the top, one midway through the mountain. The green, the blue, the red. It's good. But as a standalone image, this slaps. This was when my shutter was a little bit stuck. I thought this was going to be way overexposed. It is a little bit at the top, but having the motion blur of the skiers and snowboarders behind Anthony here, Anthony wearing all red. It's a shame that he's a little bit blurred out, but by golly, I love the red. It just frickin' pops. and having the mountains just so bright white in the background. I don't know, just something about it is just very cool. I like the little blur to it. I think it's great. I think it's really, really, really good. I mean, not that good, but I think it's pretty decent. Okay, let's move on to my 6x6 images. Obviously, I gotta do this. I gotta do this at the summit. Insane, just for the story behind it. There's no story behind it. I love everyone hiking up this mountain to go down a double black diamond. In the bottom right corner, you can see 2 skiers. That's the valley I had to ski down to get back down the mountain. And I think it was just, it's really cool. I like how it's kind of hazy in the background. I wish I exposed it a bit better, but I think it's great. I think this is a great image. And I darkroom printed it. Check it out below. And I think as my 5th, I really like this mountainscape in the back. Little hut, skiers, snowboarders. I think it's just a cool scene. I like the little haze we got going on again. I kind of want to crop this and print it. I think there's a cool crop in here somewhere for an 8x10 image. I'm going to experiment with that soon. Okay, now it's time for a segment. I don't know the name of this segment yet, but I'm going to end off my videos with a cool recommendation. Not even a recommendation. I'm going to share something cool that I've seen or watched or heard or been a part of since the last video I made. So every 2 weeks, there should be something cool that I can show and share with you guys. And if you have something cool to share, let me know down below. So this week, let's kick it off with a little movie recommendation. This week I watched Tar. I wrote down some notes on that. It's a drama about Lydia Tarr, who is a world-renowned conductor, and she gets into a little bit of a media scandal at the university she teaches at, and the story just plays out, and it's about how she goes through her days with this whole scandal. There's a lot of story and dialogue about music and Bach, and that stuff was really good, but then the acting was on point, and the drama was dramatic. And I'd recommend it. 7 out of 10. Bye.